Hello viewers, welcome to Wise World International News channel. Today I'm going to talk about success, which I know all of you are conversant about and all of us want to be successful. How can you be successful without using any cent? Most people in the world want to be successful, right from the poor person, and everybody wants to be successful. Only few people are successful in the world. Why? Why is it that not all of us are successful? So today I'm speaking about how can we be successful without using a cent. We believe that if you have money and you spend it is when you can be successful. But I believe there are other things that man is given that he can use in life to be successful. All of us came in this world equipped to be successful. Now, what are we supposed to use or spend in life to become successful like any other person? Apart from money, there are two things that you need to spend wisely to become successful. One of the things is your potential. Potential is the energy or the power that a person possesses. Each of us came in this world with a certain potential. God, who created us, is called omnipotent. Omnipotent means He's all-powerful. And because we were created in His own image, we are all given certain potential. We can call them abilities or talents. Life is a journey. You start a journey when you are born. You are going somewhere, which we call destination. In this journey, there is obstacles and there is hindrances that doesn't want you to move forward. But you have been equipped by God so that you are able to move on this journey to the destination, which we call success. Now, your movement along the journey is called progress. So how do we use our potential to move on this journey of life to our destination that I'm calling success? God equipped you with a potential which you are supposed to consume to do work which brings change, and change is the one that takes you to your destination. Now, potential, I said, is power. And in physics, they say power is work over time, meaning you need to consume energy over time to do work. And work is an activity, can be mental or physical, which consumes energy over time, and by doing that, it brings change. How do you identify your potential in you? That is the problem, because most people have abilities, but they have never realized what they possess, that power within them that can push them to that destination called success. A successful life needs you to, first of all, identify that potential in you, that gift that God put in you. How do you identify it? Self-awareness is that you need to identify who are you. The question is, who are you? Why am I here? And what is the reason of my existence in this world? That is the beginning of identifying the abilities that you have. So self-awareness is identifying what potential you possess, the abilities, the strengths that you have, and the weaknesses, so that you leverage on the strength that will be able to be consumed over time to do work that will bring change in your life. And that change is what we call progress. And it's progress that takes you to your destination. The second thing is time. If you identify your potential, then you use that potential or consume that energy over time. So work can never be done unless energy is consumed over time. So power, I said, is work over time. You see, time is very valuable. Valuable more than even money. And all of us were born in this world and have 24 hours. All of us. The difference is how you spend your time. You only spend time when you are consuming energy to do work. So time is spent to do work. Energy is spent to do work. So the two things that can make you successful is that potential, that energy, which must be consumed over time to cause change in your life. The two things, if they are spent wisely, will lead you to your successful life. Now the question is how? Life is a journey. It's a journey from point A to point B. Let's assume you are moving from point A to point B. Now look at me. This is point A and this is point B. Now in between is a journey. Once you know the abilities that you have and then the time that God has given you, then you need to move from point A to point B. What makes you move from point A to point B is that energy, consumption of energy that over time will get you moving from point A to point B. So, how do you do it? One of the greatest scientists called Albert Einstein say that the true intelligence is not in the knowledge, but in the imagination. And he said that imagination can move you all over the world, that logic can move you from point A to point B, but imagination can take you all over the world. Your mind is able to connect ideas through what we call imagination to form a bigger picture of how your life will look like. So it will give you that mental picture of how your life will look like. So it is you, first of all, to look within you, meditate, so that your mind can be able to connect ideas within you to give you a mental picture. This mental picture, we call it imagination, or sometimes people call it a vision. Once you get a vision of life, now the vision is now that point B, that is your destination. It is showing you the end of how your life looks like. Now, once you get the vision, you say, I've got it. I know where I'm going. Because this life, which is a journey, if you are lost somewhere and a person asks you, where are you going? And then you say, I don't know, then they will not help you. But if somebody asks you, where are you going? And then you say, I'm going somewhere. Let's say that point B. Because you have a vision of where you're going, then you are able to know the way that will take you there. So, once you get the vision, you know where you're going. Write that vision down. It is your point B. It is your destination. The difference between what you are seeing currently and what you saw in your mind in that mental picture is in between here. The difference is what we call the problem. Now, let me call the problem as darkness and the vision of where you're going as light. How can you now produce that what is in your mental picture, which was caused by your potential, the mental picture of your future? How do you now make it manifest? At the beginning, the Bible says that the world was full of darkness and it was void and it was empty. There were three problems: darkness, emptiness, and formlessness. So everything begins when there is a problem. A problem is what triggers change. There must be a problem for change to occur. I've explained that a problem is that gap between point A and point B. Point A is your present life, what you are seeing. Point B is that future life, that is your mental picture. In between is a problem. This problem triggers change. It's calling for change. So change is produced by work, and work needs potential and time. So you now take what you saw in the mind, those ideas that were connected by your mind to produce that mental picture. You break those ideas into tasks. Tasks, each idea, let's say idea 1, idea 2, idea 3, formed a mental picture in your mind. When you write each idea as a task to be done. And several tasks, when you put them together, form work. So work is when several ideas are carried out and they are put together. The way they were put together in your mind, now you act on them individually. You carry on every time, every day. So work must be done every day. Day and night forms time. So God had to spend his power to create, to manifest what was in his mental, as a mental picture of how the world should look like. So he spent that energy over time to manifest what was in his mind into reality. So what we imagine, if we act on it by dividing the ideas into tasks, then it will manifest. So work is what manifests what is in our mental image into reality. And as we keep on working, it's like we are moving from point A to point B. So work means we are moving. It is progress. As we keep on moving, as we spend energy over time, that is work, then we are moving step by step. They normally say you divide that work into small portions. You do them day by day. Don't do them weekly or yearly or monthly. You do work day by day. So you divide work into small portions. Don't do the whole chunk of it at once. So how do you do it? You do it in inch by inch, not yard by yard. Someone said inch by inch is cinch and yard by yard is hard. So you do work inch by inch, and then you keep on moving. As you keep on moving, you are heading to your point B, which is your vision. And as you achieve your vision, you become successful. So to summarize in this particular part 1, I told you that you can be successful without using a cent. Therefore, what do you use? I said 1, you use your potential, your ability, which God has equipped every one of us. Every one of us came in this world with potential, which we need to activate to do work. And work is what brings change. And change is what takes us to end of our journey of life called destination. Now, another thing is that work cannot be done without time. So we have 2 things, potential and time. So I hope you have got it at that particular moment. Thanks so much for listening to me. I appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward that we are going to interact more. I look forward for your subscription, and let's keep in touch. If you need more elaboration on this, I do live coaching and motivational speaking. You can contact me using those details down there. Otherwise, thanks so much for your time and welcome. What hinders people not to actually progress in their life? Your past failures is enemy number 1. Obstacles are normally ahead of you. You know the solution of your enemy. Do not look back. Look forward.